There are so many diseases which we dis-ease, which we suffer from, and they are sometimes periodical, happen at a regular interval of time, say on monthly basis, weekly basis, or once in a blue moon. So those diseases, somehow they have no reason like why it happened all of a sudden. One of the disease, one of the problem which I will talk today, I hate to call that as a disease because this is one of the expression of you which body is trying to tell you. It's called migraine. Its name is pretty interesting, migraine. And people, those who have this, they just scream with pain because it is a very agonizing pain. You do not know from where it starts, where it ends, and it travels. It travels from half of the head to your eyebrows or your eyes, your nose, and sometimes it travels in the whole head or it travels downwards towards the upper back. Half of the upper back is stiff. So I have seen people really trying to struggle with migraine and trying to fix it with many painkillers. They keep on increasing the strength of the painkiller, anti-inflammatory and medicines like that, so that they should have some comfort when it starts. And to my surprise and to my knowledge, I see that gradually the migraine also keeps on increasing, and you have to increase the medicine for that, the quantity, the volume of the medicine. And then also you land in different therapies, one after the other, doing acupressure, acupuncture, and certain other um, things which are like energy healing or chakra balancing, just to get a relief, a temporary relief from this thing called migraine. My approach is, whatever is bothering you, try to understand that botheration rather than fighting with it. Any dis-ease we have, the first response we have is we fight with it. We don't want to have it. And that is the first wrong point we do. We have to understand whenever body is giving us any signal. Body needs your attention now. Body had been telling you to pay attention to something, you did not pay attention, and now it has come to a point where it demands a lot more attention in the form of pain. So this pain is result of things which are unpleasant in your life. They were unpleasant to begin with, but then you just learned to live with them and you did not try to handle them. So this pain is of all those emotions which were unpleasant. And those unpleasant emotions, now they have become source of physical pain. If you will continue to handle the physical pain and will not handle the emotional pain, thing will never come in control. And we are here not to control, but to understand why it happens. And the why is not on the surface, because the why was on the surface at some point of time. But at that time, you just ignored it for a million reasons. So in order to handle this problem, which is called migraine, and I don't know how many people are suffering with it, I might say that solution is simple and which may not be that palatable, is that you just have to write down the history of migraine or the pain when it started, and write down various factors which are the influencer of this disease. People generally ask, is it hereditary, and does anybody in your family has it, and when did it start, and what food triggers it? Is there some kind of reaction to some smell or taste? So you can start doing this research on yourself and trying to find out what is it that triggers it. Some weather, some smell, uh, some smells, or some tastes, a few people, their expressions, some stories. There can be so many things in your environment which trigger you, and that trigger comes in the form of migraine. And if you start writing it down, and then you come to a point where it tells you that this is discomforting, that is discomforting, you do not like that person, you hate this, you hate that, now you have come to a point where you are understanding your discomfort in living. And now the answer is to come to face with that discomfort. And the process for that is simple. You just sit down with those emotions, face them by yourself. With nobody else, you don't need anybody. But if you need someone, I can help you to get out of that. But you can do it by yourself also to a greater extent, so that the intensity or strength of migraine decreases. Because if you can get control on migraine, this will help you get control on many other ailments also, which are in the beginning stage. I use one statement. It says, every suppression needs an expression. So this problem, which is now being expressed in the form of migraine, is actually a suppression over a period of time. Can be a physical injury, emotional injury, or something you involuntarily copied or borrowed from somebody. It's your problem. You have to sit with it. You have to diagnose it. You have to do research on it. And once you do it, spend enough time on finding out various factors. I'm telling you, you will get a relief. It's worth trying. Thank you.